The Council, once again, has listened to a narrative that tries to twist the facts and to change the facts on the ground. However, facts are not measured by statements, but by documented acts. Mr. President, today's emergency meeting pertains to documented aggressions that targeted civilian objects, infrastructure, residential areas, and vital facilities in the Kingdom of Bahrain in a clear violation of the Charter, international law, and IHL, and Security Council Resolution 2817. These violations cannot be justified. No language can be used to justify them. No words can justify them. These violations continued few days after the signing of the Islamabad MOU. This begs legitimate questions vis-à-vis Iran's commitment to its international obligations and the principle of good intent in the implementation of agreements. Mr. President, respect of sovereignty and commitment to international obligations and non-use of force or the threat of the use of force. These are not selective principles to be applied when they serve the interests of a particular state. However, they are preemptory principles that international law is based upon. Hence, any attempts to justify aggressions or distract the Council's attention away from such aggressions does not change their legal status and does not absolve Iran of any responsibility vis-à-vis these. We adhere to peace. We reiterate that. We support diplomatic solutions. However, at the same time, we believe that true peace is only based on respect of commitments and obligations. Agreements are not measured by what is announced when they are signed, but rather by what is implemented afterwards. In this regard, what we are asking today is clear and specific. Iran needs to immediately and fully adhere to Security Council Resolution 2817 in clear language that is unambiguous, as it has condemned Iran's aggressions and requested that they would be seized and that the sovereignty of states and their territorial integrity be respected. I thank you.
I thank the representative of Bahrain for that statement. The representative of the United States has also requested the floor to make a further statement. I give him the floor.
Thank you, Mr. President. Unfortunately, the representative of the regime started his remarks today by saying, apparently, this council should not meet, should not speak. Let me remind you where you are. This is not Tehran. This is the United States of America. This is the United Nations Security Council. You will not silence this body. The representative goes on to say that the ambassador from Bahrain, the foreign minister, myself, and other members of this body are full of lies, that we're lying. Let me ask you, what here is a lie? Who's lying here? Is this Arab family in Bahrain in a residential neighborhood whose home was destroyed by an Iranian Shahed drone? Are they lying? Crown Plaza Hotel full of tourists? Are they lying? First responders whose headquarters were struck deliberately so that they couldn't put out fires? Were they lying? Is this hypocrisy? Is this what this council is here to denounce today? I asked the representative, are these lies? Are these photographs? Are these lies? I'd say not. And then thirdly, we hear claims of self-defense in accordance with the UN Charter. My message, our message to the Iranian regime The UN Security Council's message is closing international waterways is not self-defense. He claimed that threatening commercial vessels is part of their sovereignty and self-defense. I ask, did the Singaporean Air Force or military attack Tehran or attack Iran? No. But yet Iran attacked a Singaporean flagged commercial vessel. We have a representative here, we have the ambassador here from Panama. Panamanian flagged vessels were attacked just in this last week. Did Panama attack Iran? Is that self-defense against Panama? Please, I hope the representative responds. I don't think Panama attacked Iran. I don't think Singapore attacked Iran. I don't think the rest of the world has attacked Iran. What we're hearing, and let's call it out for what it is, driving up the price of energy, driving up the cost of food, denying 61, according to the UN, 61 developing countries basic life-saving aid. It is a cynical, sad, and sick attempt at global blackmail, plain and simple. And we need to be crystal clear from this body that it is absolutely unacceptable. The United Nations Security Council, if it has a backbone, won't stand for it. The world won't stand for it. And that we will hold this Iranian regime accountable for its attacks on our populations around the world through this sick attempt at global coercion. I thank you, Mr. President.
I thank the representative of the United States for that statement. The representative of the Islamic Republic of Iran has asked for the floor to make a further statement. I give him the floor.
Thank you. I would be brief. In response to my brother Jamal from Bahrain, there is no doubt that certain regional countries, including Bahrain, facilitated this aggression by allowing their territory and their space to be used by aggressors. The international responsibility alongside that the United States and Israeli regime is clear and undeniable. You know that according to the General Assembly resolution, providing your space and soil to aggressor is act of aggression. And I think that it should be clear for our neighboring countries that the presence of American and spaces in their countries not only does not bring security to their countries, but also make their countries vulnerable. And response to representative of the United States, I ask him that maritime blockade is a collective punishment. You were in war with Iran. Why you prevent the international vessels could reach to the Iranian ports? You cannot deny the facts. The fact is that 70% of Americans and taxpayers oppose your administration war policy toward Iran. They believe that Americans' interests have been sacrificed for the Israeli interest. And in Iran, reality of the nation-state relationship is also evident in the funeral of Supreme Leader, which will take place next week. You can close your eyes and ears, but you cannot change the truth.